What's up, people? Thor Dykow here. It's This Week on Blu-ray and DVD, and we begin with Tom Cruise in Jack Reacher. This is based on the Lee Child series of books. This one particularly is from One Shot. Now, I know the character of Jack Reacher is a little bit taller in the books, but Tom Cruise does a great job with this role. It's a high kinetic action mystery thriller. It's got all the great elements to it. Check it out.
He doesn't care about the law. He doesn't care about proof. He only cares about what's right. Out of the car!
You know, I really enjoyed this movie thanks to Tom Cruise's magnetism, and he's got a great supporting cast, including Rosamund Pike, Robert Duvall, and it's got some interesting twists and turns. It's not like that frantic editing that we see in a lot of action movies these days. Good little mystery at its core, good story, kind of unravels towards the end, but I really can recommend this one, and the Blu-ray has some great features on it. I hope they can make a franchise out of this, because Tom Cruise is really unique and dynamic as this character of Jack Reacher. I, for one, really enjoyed this one. Ooh, there's some sexiness happening in there. Yeah, check it out. Jack Reacher. It's a winner, baby. Okay, next we're going to talk about the supernatural horror flick Mama. And this is from producer Guillermo del Toro, and it's about two young girls who go missing in the woods, and an evil spirit is lurking under the surface. Here's a look at Mama.
A ghost is an emotion bent out of shape, condemned to repeat itself time and time again.
Where is she now? Is she here in this house?
Mama, stop it! You promised!
Yeah, and that's Megan Charpentier, who's a great young actress, and Jessica Chastain in a rare role here as a sort of goth punk rocker. Also, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, a.k.a. Jaime Lannister, he's getting in on the action too. This movie's got the Del Toro stamp all over it. Very atmospheric, very creepy. Not any gore or blood, but it just goes for those high-tension thrills and chills. And the supernatural aspect to the Mama, sort of demon is very prevalent throughout. So I kind of enjoyed this one. The writing maybe needed a little bit of polish, and it was kind of predictable, maybe like something we'd seen before, but it does have some really unique, visual flair to it, some cool moments of style, and there's some genuine creepiness with this Mama, and the two young girls are really good, including Megan Charpentier, who's the older of the daughters there. But if you like the thrills and the chills, Mama is one to check out, because it doesn't rely on a lot of frantic editing or gore or anything like that, and good performances there from the two leads. And we'll talk about TV next. 30 Rock, end of an era, season 7, and this is the final one where they all say arrivederci, and there are tons of guest stars on the final season. And all your favorites are back. I mean, James Marsden, of course, he's in the action. Kristen Schaal, who was great in Flight of the Conchords. But then you've got others, including Octavia Spencer, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, Megan Mullally, and Chloe Moretz. They all get in on this one. It's still very funny this last season. It's still very fresh. And the bonus features on the Blu-ray and the DVD, including audio commentary with Tina Fey and Jane Krakowski and one of the writers, deleted scenes. There's the Donaghy Files, which is an animated webisode, and a series retrospective with Tina Fey. So she gives an insider's tour look at the production of 30 Rock, and sort of a set tour, and they look back at the hilarious 7 years. Great show, one of the best on TV, one of the finest comedies to come along in a long time. So check out season 7, the final one for 30 Rock. And we leave you with Boldly Going Where No Captain Has Gone Before. William Shatner made this documentary called The Captains, and he goes and talks to all the actors that have played captains on all the incarnations of the Star Trek series and movies. Check it out.
My name is William Shatner, and I was a starship captain. But I wasn't the only one. So were Patrick Stewart, Avery Brooks, Kate Mulgrew, Scott Bakula, and most recently, Chris Pine. That's a lot of captains. In fact, that's a lot of Star Trek.
Engage.
Yeah, he does such a beautiful job of setting up. That's what it is. He goes and talks to all the actors, all the former captains. It's not like a big budget, glossy, glitzy production by any means, but you got to hand it to Shatner. He wrote and directed this film. It's very personal to him, obviously, and there's some great footage of the previous series and all the different movies, and he really does a thorough job. He wants to get inside the minds of all the different actors, and how iconic it was to play the role of the captain of the various ships in all this different series. And I was fascinated fascinated by the chats he had with Jean-Luc Picard. It was just great to see the two titans go at it. And Shatner kind of does a 180 because he used to resent the fact that he was always known for this role as the captain, and he was reluctant to go to the fan expos. But then when the legacy really became so huge, and he saw how much love he would get at the expos and things like that, the conventions, he really embraced the role. And he says that basically now, if he goes on, and he was best known for playing Captain Kirk, he's okay with that. Very cool stuff there. So check out The Captains. Great little film by William Shatner there. All right, people, that's it. I'm Thor Diecow. You can check me out on Twitter at Thor Diecow. I'm here each and every week bringing you the brand new Blu-rays and DVDs on breakfast television. Wait for it.ca.